Hello and welcome to Python Programming Complete course. This is part 19. In this video, we will discuss NumPy module, how to use ND-array and the application areas of NumPy. NumPy or Numerical Python or Numeric Python is a Python package. NumPy is a general purpose array processing package. It provides a high performance multi-dimensional array object and tools for working with these arrays. Now, NumPy is an open source module of Python that is partially written in Python and mostly written in C and C++. Using NumPy, mathematical and logical operations on array can be performed. Using NumPy, Fourier transforms and routines for shape manipulations can be done. NumPy has built-in functions for linear algebra and random number generation. NumPy is used along with packages like SciPy and Matplotlib for plotting. It is used as a backend for different applications. It is also used in machine learning for performing mathematical tasks. Why NumPy is faster than LIS? Because NumPy arrays, it occupies less memory in terms of execution. It is fast and it is convenient to work with NumPy arrays. Plus, the ND arrays, they store homogeneous data types in continuous memory locations, whereas when we work with LIS, heterogeneous data types or different types of data can be stored in a LIS, and that too it is stored in non-continuous memory locations. The most important object defined in NumPy is the n-dimensional array called ND array. Now, array is a collection of similar types of items stored in continuous memory locations, which we have discussed in earlier videos. The different types of arrays that can be created in NumPy are the one-dimensional array, the two-dimensional array, and the dimensional array. Now let us discuss how we can create NumPy arrays in Python. But before that, before we start using NumPy library, please do check whether you have NumPy installed on your system or not. To use NumPy module, you have to import it. So we start with writing import NumPy. You can use an alias name like we are using as NP. Now you can directly give the data when you are creating the NumPy array, or you can use a list or a tuple and then pass it to the array function which we'll be using to create the ND array. So for example, we have a list equals to we'll give some data, say 23, 45, 67, 49 and 70. This is the data which is stored in my list. Now to create an array, we create a variable, and either if we are not giving a name to the library which we are importing, then directly we can write numpy.array. But since we have given an alias name, we can write numpy dot, then since we are creating an array, and the data, either you can directly write the data as I said, or you can pass the list. So it will create an array for you, and then print your array which we have created. So the array which we are creating using this statement, we are creating a one-dimensional array where we are storing the data. The array created using NumPy module, it is known as ND array, and the items in the ND array are of the same data type or same D type, and it can be accessed using zero-based index. When we say zero-based index, the indexing starts with 0 and go on till the whatever data we have. Say for example, we have in this array which we are creating 5, so it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 will be the 0 to 4 will be the index of my ND array. Each item in the ND array takes the same size as the block in the memory. Now if I execute this program, you could see array which is being created. the data which we have passed is 23, 45, 67, 49 and 70. To create a two-dimensional array, same process is being followed. Only thing is you have to specify the data. That is, if we are passing a list inside a list, or we can directly pass the data here as well. Let's see the other variation, how we can pass the data. Say 45, 66, and the second dimension, the second is 89, 90. This is my data. Now in the one-dimensional array, you have only one row where the data is stored one after the other. The two-dimensional, when we talk about the two-dimensional array, we have rows and columns. If we talk in terms of other languages like C and C++, we have rows and columns like in a tabular form, or like it is stored in the matrices. Let's save and execute. You could see the difference. You could see the output in the form of two rows we are having, row number 0 and row number 1. This element is the 0th row, 0th column, this element 0th row and first column, then this 0 and the second column. Similarly, now why we are talking in terms of rows and columns? So we know the index and how we can access this data in a program. When we are using NumPy arrays or ND arrays, we can see the dimension of the NumPy array. That is, it returns a tuple consisting of the array dimension. It can also be used to resize the array. So if my array, let's create one more array, say ARR1 equals to np dot array, and this one we are passing the list. The second one is this one where we have two-dimensional array. If I write print ARR dot shape to see the dimension, we can simply print the dimension. Let's see. ARR1 dot shape, and here we want to print ARR dot shape. Let's see what's being printed. The first one where we are printing this one, print ARR1 dot shape. The it's a one-dimensional array, so we are getting 5. Only 5 elements are there. And for the second one, this array, we are getting 2 rows, that is 2 and 3. Two rows are there, and it is having 3 columns. If you want to see the type of the NumPy array, you can use the type to see the types. If I write print type of ARR, let's save and print. It's a NumPy ND array. Could see here we are printing the type of the NumPy array. While creating a NumPy array or an ND array, we can also specify the data type of the array. Say we have imported the NumPy module, and let's create an array. Array is equal to np dot array, and let's specify the data first. This is the data, comma, you could see here also data type is equal to num, and there are other arguments which we can pass. We'll discuss that as well, comma. Now to specify the data, you have to To specify the data type, you have to type dtype and what data type you want to specify, whether it is integer, it's float, it's complex, or in integer and float. There also you have the options of how many bits: 8 bits, 32 bits, 16 bits, or 64 bits. That is, like if I say int 8, so it's a 1 byte will be allocated for that. If I write 32, then 4 bytes, and so on. For that, for float also you can specify. Let's see. Now array is being created. Print and arr. If I write print arr and let's save. Simple array is being created. You could not see how the data type is being specified. We'll discuss that also by seeing the length of each element of the array in the byte. We'll come to that also. Similarly, similar to int, we can specify float also. I can write float. The list is available. Float 1362, whatever you want to specify. And let's see the result this time. You could see the dots being specified with the array which we have created. Now, how to check the byte size, we can use the item size together with the array, the item size attribute. This array attribute will return the length of each element of the array in terms of byte. So if I write, instead of print arr, if I write dot item size, it will give me the item size. Since we have float 16, so it will show me 2. That is, it is of 2 bytes, 8 and 8, 16. So we are having 2 bytes. If I write int, like we did earlier, int 8, and you will get 1 as the answer. You could see 1 being printed as the answer. You can specify complex data type, where you will get the data which you are using to create the array. You will get +j in the form of a complex data type. Shape can also be used to resize the ND array. We have an array in place where we have provided some data to the array. We have 2 by 3 array. If I print the shape of this array, you could see print ar dot shape. If I print this, the shape is 2 by 3. And if we change the dimension, if we want to resize it, we want to change the dimension, that can also be done. What I have to do is, we have to write arr dot shape equals to, we want to change it into 3. This one, Control S N, and let's print the array. You could see 2 by 3 has been changed into 3 by 2. There are different ways to create NumPy arrays. First one is using the array function, which we have already discussed. Now, if the size of the array is known but the elements are not known, then we can create an array with the initial placeholder contents, like using zeros or ones or an empty array. Now, how to create that? Let's see. First we have to import, and then we can write array equals to np dot zeros. We are creating an array of zeros. We know the dimensions, the size of the array. We know it will be 3 by 2. and we also know it will be of, if we know the data type, then we can also specify the type. Say it's a float type, say float 32. Let's see what happens if I print ARR. There's a space here. Let's save and print. You could see an array with all zeros has been created. You can create empty arrays. You can create an array with ones only. We can also create sequence of numbers when we are creating an array using arange or linspace. Now arange returns evenly spaced values within a given interval. For example, if I want to create an ND array, I can write arange. It's similar to the range which we were using earlier. You have to give the start value, the stop value, and the step value. You can omit the step value also, and you can specify the data type also. So for example, if I write comma d type equals to int, say int 8, this can be done, and I can print the array. You could see the output 1. We are using step 2, so 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. We also have linspace, which returns evenly spaced values within a given interval, and the number of elements which we want to return is also specified. For example, if we create an array dot linspace, that is this, we give a start value, say 4, and we specify a stop value and the number of values which we want from this particular range. We want 5, and I say print ARR. So evenly spaced values will be printed for us. See, 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20 is being given as the values from this particular range. So the array which we create, the ND array, we can index it, we can slice it, we can reshape it. For example, if I want to access an element from my array, the array has already been created, and if I want to access the 5th or this 6th element, I can simply write the element and print the result. You could see the answer 12, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th element. This is the 5th element, 12th. It's been printed. You can also slice. Let's see. I want to start from the 2nd element and go till the 7th element. This is what I want. This is what I want to print. So you could see the answer 90, 2, 4, 12, and 55 till the end. You could omit the end element, or you could omit the start element. Then from the start till the value which you have specified, the data will be printed. Let's again see. From the starting till the 4th value, the data is being printed. We have various functions like rounding function, trigonometric function, exponents, and log functions, which are available for use with ND array. The functions and the attributes which we have discussed, its main use will be seen when we use SciPy and the plotting libraries, Matplotlib. There we can see the actual use of NumPy. NumPy module works fast, it is easy and convenient, it works very well with other libraries, it has lots of built-in functions and can perform matrix operations as well. Hope you found the information shared in this video useful. Stay tuned for upcoming videos and thank you for watching.